If I brought the House back and we passed another CR, it would meet the exact same fate of Chuck Schumer. He would mock it, they would spike it, and they would try to blame it on us. So what would be the point of that?
Speaker Mike Johnson putting a damper on the idea of bringing House lawmakers back before the Senate acts on a government funding bill, telling reporters it would be a futile exercise.
Besides, they'd have to swear in somebody that got elected how long ago?
A long time ago.
A month ago.
Yeah.
And then they'd have to...
The defining vote on the Epstein files. Wouldn't want that.
Epstein files released. Why, that would just be futile if you wanted to keep all that out of
so
Americans' hands.
We'll stop a lot of other things, too, just for that. Yeah. All right. There may be some small signs of progress, though. Senate Majority Leader John Thune yesterday said there's been an increase in conversations among rank-and-file senators and that he thinks he'll talk with Democrats, quote, pretty soon. That comes with less than 72 hours until vital SNAP benefits expire for nearly 42 million Americans. Thune and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer have not met at all this month to discuss an exit path, but Schumer told reporters earlier this week he believes after November 1st, Republicans will face, quote, increased pressure to negotiate with us. With us, we have the co-host of our fourth hour, staff writer at The Atlantic, Jonathan Lemire. MSNBC contributor Mike Barnicle is here, and MSNBC senior Capitol Hill reporter Ali Vitale. She's, of course, the host of Way Too Early.
And before we get to the reporting, Mike, it's almost as if over the past several days, Republicans have figured out that Medicaid cuts impact red states as much or more than they impact blue states. Cuts to SNAP benefits make children in Missouri and Georgia, and even though Tommy Tuberville doesn't know it, Alabama, Hungary, that the cutting of these benefits are going to hurt their voters as much or more than it's going to hurt Democratic voters. And while I certainly understand the frustration of John Thune on the floor about them passing their clean CRs, this debate's gone well beyond that now, and it is about health care. And Republicans who haven't done anything since claiming they're going to have a better Obama
10 years.
care. Yeah, I think, we're moving beyond 10 years. They've done absolutely nothing, proposed absolutely nothing on health care. It's obvious they lose the health care fight, and that's what this debate's about right now.
Well, they have the 10 years of waiting to announce potentially whatever their health plan is supposed to be. 10 years people have been waiting for it. We haven't had it. Now they're facing, obviously, the D-Day of November 1st. November 1st, that's when people go hungry. That's when people can't find enough money in their small allotment of money to buy food, to put food on the table. That's what's scary. John Thune yesterday on the floor of the United States Senate, I was shocked. Given his nature.
John's a mild-mannered guy.
Yes, yeah. I was
I love it at the end, the upper Midwestern guy comes up, my aching back. Yeah. I mean, no, he doesn't. I've known him for over 30 years. I've never heard him raise his voice once.
But don't you think, given his nature, because you do know him, and I was thinking of you when I first saw it on TV yesterday afternoon, don't you think he desperately wants to make a deal? I don't figure out how can they not make a deal. What is the problem?
Well, they're going to have to make a deal, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, again, I've been in the exact position where the government shut down in 1995, 96. We would keep sending appropriation bills to Bill Clinton, and he'd keep vetoing them. And he wanted to prove a point. And sometimes, eventually we started sending him exactly what he asked for, like in the legislative branch appropriate. He vetoed it. And we said, but we did exactly what you wanted us to do. And then he'd go out and go, Republicans are cutting Medicare to pay for tax cuts for the rich. I go, but that's where we are now. So it's very frustrating. And for John Thune, he's thinking, okay, we've put a CR that you voted for last time on the floor 14 times, and yet you're still, voting against it and then complaining about the benefits that we're talking about funding. But again, John, this has moved in large part, I think, because the president has been going across Asia and he's been focused on Middle East peace. He's been focused on not insignificant things. He hasn't really been focused on this. But do you get a sense inside the White House and from your reporting in Washington that Republicans are starting to understand they're going to have to do something here, especially on Medicaid?
Yeah, they're going to have to do something and something soon. And I wrote on this yesterday. It's sort of what we've been talking about around the table the last couple of days as well. Is the president has been just missing in action when it comes to the shutdown. Now, obviously, he has been very busy on other things. He was in the Middle East. He's currently in Asia. Some of the other things on his plate, perhaps less significant, like the ballroom that's going to go up instead of the now raised East Wing. Right. But at first, this was a deliberate strategy that they wanted to remove him the equation. They thought Democrats would fold. They thought Republicans had momentum this year and that they would be able to strong-arm this through. Yeah. Now it has changed. They're hearing from the Hill, from some Congress members who were wishing that Speaker Johnson would call the House back into session. We're starting to hear some anxiety from the Senate as well as to where this is going, because that November 1st date looms. Republican voters, red states, are being impacted by this. So I'm being told, yes, in the last few days, the White House itself getting nervous. They feel like the president is going to have to step back in. At this point, they'll wait till he's back from Asia, so in a day or so. But the Trump himself is going to have to get to a deal, or this is just going to get worse for Republicans.
Yeah, I hope Mika doesn't mind me saying this, Willie, but going to reveal a conversation we had about the government shutdown. Now, Mika is paid, right, to be the catastrophizer. I don't know who's paying her, but I'd like to take all the money out of their bank account because she's very good at catastrophizing. It's very interesting, though, the dynamics of these shutdowns, how they work, and the psychology of it, right? Who you think has the advantage going into this. Republicans were sure, the White House was sure that Donald Trump would have the advantage and would tell Russell Vogt, wipe out the government. A couple of days ago, I heard Mika talking to somebody who said, oh, Russell Vogt's going to cut more. And she just laughed. She goes, let him try. Go ahead. Take this from bad to worse. And that was just her attitude, which is the attitude of Democrats, which is, oh, you're actually going to screw things up. Go ahead, Russ. Cut, because it will all come back on you. It will all come back on Republican members of the House. It will all come back on those Republicans that you have to have win in 2026, or else we're going to have a new speaker. It's like, it's just the whole the mindset has changed here. And it's not favoring Republicans.
And that is the mindset of Democrats when you talk to them. They feel like the longer this goes and real pain starts to be inflicted, maybe Republicans will step back from the brink, as John says, and come to the table. Allie, you're writing about this morning. You're talking to Republicans on Capitol Hill. Leader Thune expressing some small measure of optimism, saying at least conversations have ticked up. But what is the breaking point here for either side, where they say, OK, enough is enough. Let's sit down and sort this out?
Yeah, I think as you guys are talking about the pressure points that are looming over the weekend, I think November 1st and the deadline, be it on SNAP benefits running out or on the official start of open enrollment season, both sides see that as a pressure point that's sort of a Rorschach test, because Republicans look at it and say, OK, SNAP is the thing that's going to bring Democrats out of their posture into the negotiating table. Democrats say that increased enrollment prices and people seeing these higher premiums that don't include the Obamacare subsidy, OK, that's going to break Republicans from their posture. But when I heard Senate Majority Leader John Thune yesterday morning say, OK, rank and file negotiations have picked up, we're starting to see them potentially gain some traction, I immediately started asking questions of senators on both sides. And this is one of the first conversations I had with Senator Daines. Listen to what he told me.
Senator Thune keeps talking like something's changed behind the scenes.
Hopefully the fever is starting to break.
What makes you say that?
I think there's some cracks developing right now amongst the Democrats, and I'm glad some common sense may finally prevail.
So then immediately we started asking other Democratic senators about that. Are you seeing a fever breaking? Are you seeing cracks starting to form? And Senator Jeanne Shaheen, who's one of the Democratic ringleaders of these more quiet bipartisan talks, said, it's funny, we're hearing cracks on the Republican side. And so both sides are sort of talking past each other, which is why the piece that I wrote yesterday, which is titled There's a Potential New Hope for This Government Shutdown Ending, maybe, possibly, feels apt. Because in my conversations with sources, David Ignatius, I talked to someone yesterday who said these bipartisan talks have been happening regularly over the course of the last 4 weeks. There have been calls, there are text messages between this smaller group of bipartisan lawmakers. Yes, potentially they might have something that's worth talking about in more tangible form right now, but they still put the timeline at sometime next week. Election day is one of the factors. The president being overseas is another one of the factors. All of these are things that senators have mentioned to me as part of the calculus. And yet we're still in this shutdown posture with a glimmer of hope, but maybe not so much stock to put behind it.
The thing that I find worrisome is that each side is counting on the level of pain for ordinary people, recipients of these benefits, to be the decisive factor. The pain is going to be so great that the fever will break, the logjam will be broken. It's just another example, frankly, of how broken our government is. That's how we're talking about how to get back to functioning.
You know, it's interesting, Richard Haas, when one of the senators was saying maybe the fever's breaking, in his very nice, mild, reassuring Midwest voice, John said, "No, the fever never breaks. It's gone from 106 to 104.5. It's still there, but again, though, it is drawing upon my own experiences. It seemed like a great thing to do at first, shutting down the government to try to balance the budget. But I remember when things got real, you were shocked by the number of people that were calling you, that you were constituents, where the government and government programs and jobs and everything was hitting, and you were getting calls from everything. And my mom called me at the end of one day when it was like really dragging on. She goes, "How's it going up there, Joey?" I go, "I did not sign up for this shit." and I think they're about at that stage now because they're not hearing from left-wing hippie protesters in their districts. They're hearing from their neighbors. They're hearing from their friends. They're being pulled aside at church. They're being told, "Hey, this is really hurting me," or "This is hurting my family," or "My daughter has a job here and they do great work. And do you understand the vets that are going to not get this?" That, you know, that you start hearing that. And again, after a while, even a guy like me that wanted to eliminate 4 cabinet agencies and, slash the budget and balance it immediately, suddenly you start going, yeah, this is just not politically doable. Seems like we may be getting close to that.
Yeah, it's the point in every war. It's easier to get into it than it is to get out of it. And I think right now people are seeing the cost of this. I don't know if you noticed, yesterday the CBO came out with a report and said if this shutdown goes on, say, through another month, say through Thanksgiving, you're looking at a 2% falling off of U.S. GDP in the fourth quarter. This is really slowing This is really slowing
2%.
Fourth quarter, some of it would be regained afterwards, but this is a major drag on the U.S. Economy. So things like air traffic controls. I don't think people at this Thanksgiving want to have flights delayed. Over this. So my sense is you're right. This is beginning, we're probably closer to the end than we are to the beginning.
But it's starting to have an impact, Mike, on everything, including air traffic control. I mean, we had ground stops at Newark, which, by the way, is not unusual. But the ground stops actually are lasting longer now.
It's a news story when you have flights that leave
on time. I know. Can you imagine flying from Newark to Miami? Seriously, get on a Greyhound. You'll get there faster.
Oh, come on.
Drive. The weight of it begins at Social Security. With elderly people, with people who rely on Social Security payments. The government's been shut down. It's impossible to get anyone in Social Security to speak to address a problem. And then you have November 1st coming up, and you have people continually on TV, public people, elected representatives, both in the Senate and the House, saying nobody wants to see anybody go hungry.
Except for Tommy Tuberville.
And Russell Vought. I would not. Come on. Nobody wants to see anybody go hungry. That's certainly true, but they're not behaving like that's true.
All right,
well,
Richard Haas.
If I'm a Democrat running in a Biden district against a Republican in Congress, I have Donald Trump, I have Chainsaw Man, and I have Russell Vought.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That is, there's so many 30-second commercials there. Then I just go to France and just run the commercials and come back and let them swear me in. They're making it that easy.
Richard Haas, David Ignatius, thank you both very much for being on.
What are you laughing about? There's nothing wrong with France.
MSNBC senior Capitol Hill reporter and host of Way Too Early, Ali Vitale, thank you as well.